Guide to proper pipetting. Hi guys, today we will learn about pipetting techniques. I have an automatic pipette here that can dispense from 100 to 1000 microliters of liquid. This is an Pipetting X automatic pipette that is made in Japan. Now, let's identify what are the parts of an automatic pipette. This is the volume display. It is where we can see the volume that we are going to dispense. The plunger, used to aspirate and dispense at the same time, function as the volume adjustment knob. This is the ejection button, which is used to discard pipette tips by pushing the button down. As you can see, I will push this button and the tip will eject. The pipette body, the shaft, and the tip holder. This pipette can dispense 100 microliter to 1000 microliters of liquid. This part is the volume lock. Slide the button to the right to lock the volume. Locking feature prevents accidental volume changes during pipetting procedures. This is a fixed volume automatic pipette which only dispenses 100 microliters of liquid. In this pipette, we use a different size of tip, which is a smaller one. This is also an automatic pipette that dispenses from 100 microliters to 1000 microliters of liquid. While this one can dispense 20 to 200 microliters of liquid. The last one is used to dispense 5 to 50 microliters of liquid. Now, let's try to use this automatic pipette. Let's get the blue pipette. First step is to set the volume on the pipette. Our desired volume is 1000 microliters. Set the desired volume by turning the adjustment knob counterclockwise to increase the volume. As you can see, as I turn it counterclockwise, the volume increases, and clockwise to decrease it. I turn it clockwise and the volume decreases. Disclaimer: for other pipettes, it may be different. There are pipettes that increases volume as you turn it clockwise and vice versa. When the desired volume is set, turn the volume lock into its lock position. In pipetting, there is what we term as first stop and second stop. First stop and second stop. The first stop is used to fill the pipette tip, and the second stop is used to dispense the contents of the tip. As you can see, automatic pipette, whether it's fixed volume or have adjustable volume, all has its first stop and second stop. Second step is to put the pipette tip. Make sure that you have the correct pipette size and brand to match your pipette. To put a tip on your pipette, get a tip and press it gently into the tip holder. Ensure that the tip is firmly onto the pipette. Depress the plunger at first stop. Immerse the tip to the correct depth of the liquid and smoothly let the plunger go its resting position. Wait about 1 second for the liquid to flow into the tip. Put the pipette held at 10 to 45 degree against the wall of the receiving chamber and smoothly depress the plunger at first stop. Then after 1 second, depress the plunger at second stop. Return plunger in its resting position. Then, withdraw the pipette and remove the tip by pushing down the tip ejector. Let's have a recap and do manual procedure of albumin. To test albumin, we need to dispense 1,500 microliters of the working reagent plus 15 microliters of serum or control. First step is to set the desired volume. In this case, our pipette can only dispense 1,000 microliters and we need 1,500 microliters. So I will set the volume to 750 microliters and dispense the liquid 2 times. Then, firmly attach disposable pipette tips. Depress the plunger to the first stop, then immerse tip in the working reagent. Draw up the working reagent by releasing the plunger in its resting position. Withdraw the tip and hold the pipette 10 to 45 degree against the wall of the tube. Dispense the reagent by depressing the plunger to first stop, then after 1 second, depress the plunger to second stop. Repeat process one more time. Depress the plunger on the first stop, then gently release the plunger to take up the working reagent. Then, dispense the liquid. Depress the plunger to the first stop, then after 1 second, depress it to the second stop. Withdraw, then push the ejector button. Then we will dispense 15 microliters of the control. We have 3 pipettes here. I will remove the 100 to 1000 microliters because 15 is not there. Then, between the 20 to 200 and 5 to 50, 15 is into the 5 to 50 microliters. So I will use the 5 to 50 microliters micro pipette. Now, we will set the volume to 15 microliters. Then, we will put the tip into the tip holder. See that the big tip is not compatible with this pipette, so we will use the smaller one. Make sure that the pipette tip is firmly attached to the tip holder. Mix first the control, then open the cap. Depress the pipette or the plunger into the first stop. Then immerse it into the control. Slowly release the plunger and withdraw the pipette. Dispense the control into the prepared solution by depressing the plunger into the first stop, then after 1 second, depressing it into the second stop, and release the plunger slowly. Rule of thumb: the smaller the tip and volume, the lower the immersion depth. Small volumes can only be properly dispensed when the tip is held against the vessel wall or immersed into the liquid. Disclaimer: I have omitted the proper droplet removal. No liquid should remain on the outside of the tip. Wipe away any droplets on the outside of the tip after aspiration or before dispensing it. I didn't do this thing because in the practice in our laboratory, we don't usually do the proper drop teeth removal, but you should do it.